Hey guys, Netherite Dev here. Welcome to part 8 of how to make a game like slap battles. In this tutorial, in part 8, we added Killstreak phases, UI, and also you get speed for every kill until a maximum of 75 speed. As you can see, whenever you kill a dummy, once you kill your first dummy, a GUI will spawn on your screen, or pop up, and it will update for every kill you get. So every kill I get, my speed increases by 1 until a maximum of 75 speed. And when I get 5 kills, you can see I reach my first phase. And once I reach 10, you can see that I get upgraded to my second phase. And if I were to reach my 25th kill, you can see I get upgraded again. And once I reach my 50th kill, you can see that I get upgraded again. And if I were to finally reach 100 kills after 7 minutes, I get upgraded to my final form, as you can see. And yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so I am in our Slap Battles tutorial world here, and by the way, if you didn't know, it is now on copylocked. You can get the link in the description. The first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to put our model for our Killstreak phases in server storage. So I'm going to have a link in the description to this model I made for our Killstreak phases. Everything in here I made myself. So yeah, you're just going to click get right here. It's free, and once you have it, you're gonna go to my models in the toolbox and you're gonna insert it and you click OK. So the only script it has is this thing right here, so you don't need to worry. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take out this folder and you're gonna move it into server storage, and then you can delete the model if you don't need it. You only need the folder that's inside of it. Now before we get working on those phases, first I'm going to fix a bug. So this bug is that whenever you hit them, if you immediately put your glove away, what just happened? You see, if you immediately put your glove away, you'll get this error which says attempt to index no with leader stats right here. It will not give you any slaps and the glove will be broken. So we're going to fix that first. So you're going to go into your glove and you're going to go to the hit handler. And what you're going to do is right here, you're going to create a variable for a service called GurrBrew service, I think. So local GurrBrew service is going to be equal to game :get service. And you're going to get GurrBrew, alright? And then down here, you're going to delete these 3 lines, and instead you're going to do GurrBrew service :add item, and you're going to add force, 0.35. And then you're going to do the same thing. So GurrBrew service :add item, you're going to add rotation, 0.35. So what this does is it's going to destroy it in 0.35 seconds without stopping the script, which will fix this bug that we have down here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this for all of our other hit handlers. So for the green glove, we can open up the hit handler, and we're just going to do the same thing. And then we're just going to keep going until we have all the gloves fixed. Okay, so I have now finished with all of our hit handler scripts. So what we can do now is they should be fixed. We can go ahead and close all of these scripts. And as you can see, it should work better now. So what we're going to do before we do the phases, we're going to actually create the Killstreak UI. That's going to tell us how many kills we have. So what we can do is in starter GUI, we're going to add in a screen GUI. We can go ahead and rename it to Killstreak GUI. In this GUI, you're going to add in a text label, and you can go ahead and customize it however you want. So I'm going to set the size to 0, 0, 0, 0. And then I'm just going to scale it up from there. And the reason why you do that is because if you don't, the proportions are going to be off depending on what screen you're looking at it on. Once you have your GUI, it should look something like this. You can make it prettier if you want to. And you're going to go ahead and rename it to Killstreak label. And what we can go ahead and do is we're going to make the label invisible, so you can set the visibility to false. So now in replicated storage, we are going to add in a remote event, which we can go ahead and rename to Killstreak GUI event. We're also going to add in a bindable event, which we can go ahead and rename to Killstreak phase event. Alright, so we're going to want to have two events, a remote event named Killstreak GUI event and a bindable event named Killstreak phase event. And we're going to need that to make the GUI work. So in server storage, we can go ahead and open up the player hit. And we're going to script both of these, but right now we're just going to do IfChar. So all the way at the top, we're going to create two variables. So local UI event is going to be equal to game.replicate storage wait for child, and we're going to get Killstreak UI event. And then we can do local phases event is going to be equal to game.replicate storage wait for child Killstreak phase event. And down here, what we're going to do is we're going to set a variable for the player that we're going to fire, so we could fire the event. So local player to fire, and this is for the UI event, is going to be equal to game.players get player from character, and we're going to get v, and we're going to do UI event fire client, and we're going to do player to fire, comma, and then we're going to do v dot killstreak. Actually, we can just copy this. So we're just going to copy this line. I'm going to copy v dot killstreak the handle dot power dot value, and we're just going to paste that right here. And then we're also going to fire our phase event, which is going to be useful later. So we're going to do phases event fire, and we're just going to fire v, and we're going to fire the message IfChar, which is going to be important for our phases. Now we're going to do the same thing for IfBackpack. So we can just go ahead and copy these two lines up here, and we're going to paste them in our IfBackpack script. And then down here, we're going to do local player to fire is going to be equal to game.players get player from character. We're going to get v, and we're going to do UI event fire client. We're going to do player to fire, comma, and then what we're going to do is we're going to copy this line all the way to right here. We're going to copy it and paste it right here. And then we're going to fire the phases event as well. So phases event fire. I'm going to fire v, and this time we're going to send the message IfBackpack. So we're just telling the other script that we're going to script a little bit, that the tool is in the backpack, and right here we're telling the script that it's in the character, which is going to be important. So now in our Killstreak label, we're going to add in a local script, and we're going to do local event is going to be equal to game.replicate storage wait for child. We're going to get Killstreak UI event. We can do event dot on client event connect function. We're going to get the power. We're going to set a variable for the label. So local label is going to be equal to script.parent. We're going to make the label visible. So label.visible is equal to true. And then we're going to set the amount of kills they have. So we're going to do local amount. This is going to be equal to power minus 30.
So what this means is the power is how much power they have in the glove, minus the base power. So every kill gives them 1 power. If they have 20 kills, so if they have 50 power, then that means they have 20 kills, because 50 minus 30 equals 20. So set this number here to whatever your base power is.
I'm going to do label.text is going to be equal to, you're going to do skull emoji, and then dot amount. So we're setting the text to skull and then amount. So now if I were to create more dummies and then test that out, we equip our Killstreak glove. Then down here, whenever we kill a dummy, we should get this GUI to pop up, and it says we have 1 kill. And even if we put our glove away before they die, they did not go anywhere for some reason. Even if we put our glove away before we die, then we still get this GUI to update. So now what we're going to do, lastly, is we're going to script our faces themselves. So we're going to open up our hands folder, and we're going to get our Killstreak glove. And what we're going to do is in the hitbox, we're going to open it up, and we're going to add in a script into it, which we can go ahead and rename to phases handler. This is going to be a bit of a long script, 248 lines, so almost 250 lines. But don't worry, because half of it is just pasting. So we're going to write down half of it and paste the other half. So first of all, we're going to set our variable for our phases event. So local phases or phase event is going to be equal to game.replicate storage. We'll wait for child, and we're going to get Killstreak phase event. Alright, so now we're going to check whenever our phase event is fired. So we're going to do phase event dot event :connect function, and we're going to set 2 parameters. One is the char. Alright, so one's going to be the char, and one is going to be, this is called text.
So what these parameters are is in our IfChar and IfBackpack, we are firing the char, which is V, so V is the character, and then the text is where the event is being fired from.
So that IfChar and IfBackpack we wrote down. So what we're going to do is we're going to print char.name, comma, text. Alright, so we can see who's firing it and where they're firing it from in the output. And we're going to set a variable for the kills. So we're going to do local kills. So it's going to be equal to script.parent.hitHandler.power.value. So what we're doing is we're getting the value of this, and then we're going to do minus 30, because again 30 is the base value, and we need to know how many kills they have on top of that. And then we're going to set a variable for our phases folder. So local phases is going to be equal to game.serverstorage.killstreak phases, which is the folder we got from earlier. And then we're just going to set a variable for every one of the individual phases right here. And then we're going to set variables for all of these folders inside of it. So we're going to do local phase 1 is going to be equal to phases wait for child, and we're going to get 1. Alright, and then we're just going to copy this, and we can paste it 4 more times, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to change the text of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then change right here. So we want to have a variable for each one of the individual folders, 1 through 5. So then we're going to do local P1R. So this is going to be the amount of kills we need to be able to get our first phase. So for me, it's going to be 5 kills. You're going to need 5 kills to be able to achieve your first phase. And then we're going to do local P2R. Is how many kills you need to achieve your second phase. So for me, that's 10. Local P3R, same thing. Just for the third phase, I'm going to do 25. Local P4R is going to be 50. And local P5R is going to be 100. Now we're going to check what our text is. So our text parameter up here, where the event is going to be fired from. So we're going to do if text is equal to IfChar, then, so we're checking because depending on where the glove is currently parented to will change how or where the char is. And then we're just going to go down the line. We're going to do else if text is going to be equal to if backpack, right? So make sure you spell it exactly like you did in the script right here, or it will not work. We're going to worry about this part later. And now we only want to worry about if text is char. So you can do, so we're going to do if script.parent.parent.parent.name is equal to char.name. Then we're going to set the char to be the character. So char is going to be equal to script.parent.parent.parent, which is the player. And we're going to set a variable for the humanoid root part. So local HRP is going to be equal to char.humanoid root part. And then we're going to give the player speed for their kills. So you're going to decide a max speed. So for me, the maximum speed the player can achieve is 75. What you're going to do is they're going to open up a calculator, and you're going to do the base speed, which is 16 minus 75. Alright, because that's going to be important for this line. We're going to do if kills are less than or equal to, and then whatever number you got, so 59 for me. Then, because our max speed is 75, we're going to do char.humanoid.walk speed is going to be equal to char.humanoid.walk speed plus 1. So we're only going to give them an extra speed if they have not reached their max speed, which is 75. So down here we're going to script our first phase. So we can do if kills is equal to P1R. Then we are going to clone everything inside this folder. So we can do local cloned highlight is going to be equal to phase1 dot highlight clone. You can do local cloned RF for cloned red fire. So going to be equal to phase1 dot red clone. And we're going to do local cloned YF for cloned yellow fire. It's going to be equal to phase1 dot yellow fire clone. Then what we're going to do is we're going to parent them. So we can do cloned highlight dot parent. It's going to be equal to char. We're going to do cloned red fire dot parent will be equal to the humanoid root part. And cloned yellow fire dot parent is going to be equal to humanoid root part as well. And then we're going to set cloned highlight that adornee is going to be equal to char, and cloned highlight dot enabled is going to be equal to true because the highlights are currently disabled. Alright, and then we're going to script our second phase. So it's going to basically be doing this for all of the phases. So we can do else if kills is equal to P2R then. So first of all, what we're going to do now is we're going to delete all of this right here, all of this clone stuff, because we no longer need it, because we're going to get new highlight, fire, and wings as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to do char dot highlight destroy. Alright, and we're going to do humanoid root part dot red destroy, and we're going to do humanoid root part dot yellow fire destroy, just like that. So we're destroying all three of these, and then we're going to clone all the new stuff. So we're going to do local cloned highlight, so going to be equal to phase2 dot highlight colon clone. We're going to do local cloned red fire is going to be equal to phase 2 dot red colon clone. You can do local clone yellow fire is going to be equal to phase 2 dot yellow fire colon clone. And then we're going to clone the wings as well. So local cloned wings is going to be equal to phase 2 dot wings colon clone. And then we're going to set the parents of all of these. So you can do cloned highlight dot parent equals char. You can do wings or cloned wings dot parent equals char. Cloned yellow fire or red fire, whichever, dot parent is going to be equal to humanoid root part. And cloned yellow fire dot parent will also be equal to humanoid root part. And then we're going to do highlight cloned highlight dot adornee is equal to char. Cloned highlight dot enabled is going to be equal to true. And now we're going to do else if kills is equal to p3r. Then so once they reach phase 3, we're going to destroy all of these because these are from phase 2 and now we're on a different phase. So we're going to do char dot highlight colon destroy. I'm going to do hrp dot red colon destroy. And we can also do hrp dot yellow fire colon destroy. And char dot wings colon destroy. Then we're going to clone all this stuff in phase 3. So local cloned highlight is going to be equal to phase 3 dot highlight colon clone. Local cloned wings is going to be equal to phase 3 dot wings colon clone. So then we're going to clone all the fires as well. So local cloned BF or clone blue fire is going to be equal to phase 3 dot blue fire colon clone. Local cloned PF is going to be equal to phase 3 dot purple fire colon clone. Local cloned RF is going to be equal to phase 3 dot red colon clone. And lastly, local cloned yellow fire is going to be equal to phase 3 dot yellow fire colon clone as well. And then we're also just going to set all the parents. So cloned highlight dot parent equals char. Cloned wings dot parent equals char. Cloned blue fire dot parent is going to be equal to humanoid root part. Clone purple fire dot parent is going to be equal to humanoid root part. Clone RF or red fire dot parent equal to humanoid root part. And clone yellow fire dot parent is going to be equal to humanoid root part. And then cloned highlight dot adornee is equal to char. And cloned highlight dot enabled is equal to true. Right, so now that we're done with phase 3, we only have 4 and 5 left to script. And then we're just going to copy all of this and paste it down here. So we're going to do else if kills is equal to P4R. Then, so now if we have 50 kills, we're going to destroy all of these things. So we can do char dot highlight colon destroy. HRP dot red colon destroy. HRP dot yellow fire colon destroy. HRP dot blue fire colon destroy. HRP dot purple fire colon destroy, and lastly char dot wings colon destroy. So now we're going to clone all the things in the folder. So local cloned highlight is going to be equal to phase 4 dot highlight colon clone. Local cloned wings is going to be equal to phase 4 dot bigger wings. Bigger wings colon clone. Local cloned VLF or black fire is going to be equal to phase 4 dot black colon clone. Local cloned blue fire is going to be equal to phase 4 dot blue fire colon clone. And we're going to do local cloned DBF is going to be equal to phase 4 dot dark blue colon clone. And lastly, local cloned purple fire is going to be equal to phase 4 dot purple fire colon clone. And then we're going to set all the parents. So cloned highlight dot parent is equal to char. Cloned wings dot parent is equal to char. Cloned black fire dot parent is going to be equal to humanoid root part. Cloned blue fire dot parent is equal to humanoid root part. Clone dark blue fire dot parent is equal to humanoid root part. And cloned purple fire dot parent is also equal to humanoid root part. And then we're going to set the adornee. So we can do cloned highlight dot adornee is equal to char. And cloned highlight dot enabled is equal to true. Alright, so now for our last else if, I'm going to do else if kills is equal to P5R. Then we're going to destroy all of these. So we can do char dot highlight colon destroy. Char dot bigger wings colon destroy. HRP dot black colon destroy. HRP dot blue fire colon destroy. HRP dot dark blue colon destroy. And HRP dot purple fire colon destroy. Actually, what we can do is we're just actually going to go do phase 4, and we're going to copy line 90. So we're going to start cloning all the way to clone highlight dot enabled equals true, and we're just going to paste it because it's actually the same thing except that everything's bigger and the colors are different. So we can just copy that, and what we're going to do is we're going to change right here where it says phase 4. Instead of being phase 4 that highlight, it's going to be phase 5 dot highlight for each of these. Not dot highlight, just phase 5. So make sure you don't keep these as phase 4. Okay, so now we're almost done, but there's a few things we need to do down here. So we're going to do if script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot name. Oops, we need one more parent. So make sure it's 4 parents. Dot name is equal to char dot name. Then we're gonna do char is equal to script dot parent dot parent dot parent dot parent dot character. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll all the way up to the top, and we're gonna copy everything right from local humanoid root part all the way down to this end right here, and we're gonna click copy, and right down here we can go ahead and paste it, and just like that everything should be working just fine. Alright, so I put a bunch of NPCs down, And if I start smashing them, see that one dies, and it prints Netherite dev IfChar. I get 1 kill, as you can see. Now if I put it away before they die, it prints Netherite dev IfBackpack, and now I have 2. If I were to get my 5th one, you can see that I get my first phase, and every kill makes me faster. As you can see from this, when he dies, I get a little bit faster. If I were to get to 10 kills, you can see that I achieved my 2nd phase, and now I have wings, and the flames are a bit bigger. You can see that my glove is also getting stronger as well. Now if I were to reach a total of 25 kills, you can see that my phase upgrades again. So now I have blue wings and different fires and a different outline. So now if I were to reach a total of 50 kills, you can see that my phase upgrades again, and now I am darker and I have bigger wings. Now if I were to get to 100 and reach my final form, you can also see my speed going up over here, and as soon as I hit 100 or 75, so as soon as I hit 75, if I kill another NPC, it will not go up anymore. Now if I were to reach 100 and get to my final form, see how fast I am, you can see that I now have the last phase, and I cannot get any more phases after this, but you can always add your own phases as well. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. This took so long. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes just killing these guys. But anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.